Hello guys, welcome back to today's tutorial, and if you are new here, you are very much welcome. So in today's video, we are going to be learning how to cut an asymmetric neckline. So if it's something you would love to learn, make sure you watch to the end of the video. So I'm going to place my tape and take all my vertical measurements. So my paper is on fold. From the top of the paper, I'm going to come to mark my bust point, which is 10. From my shoulder to my waist is 15. I'm going to add 1 inch for joining allowance, so I'll mark 16 in all. So I'm going to go ahead and rule all the lines across. So these are the measurements we need for this tutorial. So this is my bust point and my waistline. So I'm going to come to the top of the paper here and mark my shoulder measurement. My shoulder is 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. I'll mark it right there. On that point, I'm going to come down to mark 1 inch for my shoulder slant. And I'm going to come here to mark my neck width. So I'm marking 2.5 inches for the neck width. Though this is not the neck we are going to use. We are going to make adjustments later. So for the neck depth, I use 2.5 as well. So we are drafting basic bodies, basically. So I connected the point together, and I'm going to connect the shoulder slant into the neck. So I'm going to come here and mark my arm length. How to get your arm length? Divide your bust by 6, then add 1.5 inches to the measurement. That is how to get your arm length. So to get a straight line, whatever I have on the shoulder line, I'm going to place my tape here and make sure I have the same thing there. Yeah, so it's the same 7.5 I have there. I'm going to rule a straight line like so, and I'm going to rule it across as well. So this now become our chest line. So I'm going to divide this into 2 equal halves to get a midpoint, and that point I'm going to go in by half an inch. And on the chest line, I'm going to divide my bust by 4 and mark it right on the chest line. And I'm going to connect all points together. So I'm going to use my straight rule to connect like so, and then I'm going to use my French curve to connect it into the chest line. So we now have our armhole. So to impute our dart, I'm going to come down by 1 inch from the bust line, because I don't want my darts to be up to the bust point. So I'm going to divide my nipple to nipple by 2. My nipple divided by 2 is 4. I'm going to mark it on the waistline and extend the point all the way up to this new line. So I'm going to mark half an inch on both sides of the line and connect it all the way up. So we now have our dart. So the next thing is to impute our round body measurement. So I've already marked my bust measurement. The next thing is to add allowance. So I marked 1.5 inch as my sewing allowance. So whatever I have on the chest line, I'm going to mark it also on the bust line. So I'll divide my waist by 4 and then mark it on the waistline as well. The 1 inch we took for the dart, I replaced it, and then I marked 1.5 inches for seam allowance as well. And then I'm going to connect all the dots together like so. So this is basically it for the pattern drafting. So this is a basic block pattern drafting. The neck is actually where we have work, but I took out my time to do everything from the beginning, at least for the sake of those that are just coming across my video for the first time. If not, we've done tutorial on basic block like how many times on this channel, but it's all good. So for our newcomer, if you feel like the video is too fast for you, you can check out my other videos, because we made tutorial on this basic block like so many times on this channel. So I will open it up. Then from the shoulder point, I'm going to come down to mark 5.5 inches downward, and I'm going to connect all the way to that point. This line is not actually necessary, but I did it anyway. So I'm going to rule the line across on that point, and then I'm going to mark 1 inch from that line outward. I'll mark 1 inch here. I'm going to open it up again, and I'm going to connect from the other shoulder point to that 1 inch with my French curve. Then from this other shoulder point, I'm going to connect it to that 1 inch as well. So this is the neck. You can see the shape already. So this is basically how to go about the neck. I'll go ahead and cut it out. So if at this point you have not subscribed to my channel, please do well to hit on the subscription button or the subscribe button. It's totally free. Like, share, comment, and most importantly, make sure to turn on the notification bell so you can be notified anytime I drop new videos, so you don't miss out on anything. So this is our asymmetric neckline. You can see the shape, everything is perfect. So we'll just go ahead and draft the back. So this is the back pattern. We have our lines already. This is the bust point and our waistline, and we have our zipper allowance there of 1.5 inch. So for the back pattern, I really want to apologize to you guys because my phone stopped recording while I was drafting, and I didn't even realize. I didn't know a call entered my phone and the phone stopped automatically, and I didn't know until I was done with the pattern drafting. That was when I realized that the phone was not recording. But it is not different. The back is not so different from what we did on the front pattern. For the dart, it was up to the bust point, and then for the neck, I came down by 1.5 inches for the neck depth. We still maintain the 2.5 inches for the neck width, and then for the zipper, I just mark 1 inch and then connect it slantly up in a slant form up all the way up, just to avoid any form of zipper bulge. So this is basically it for the back. But if you're a beginner and you don't know how to go about drafting the back, you can just check out my other videos. I have tutorial on basic block already. So we're going to use this pattern paper to cut on our fabric on our next tutorial, because I didn't want to make this video so long. So in our next video, we're going to have the sewing part. So make sure to turn on the notification bell so you can be notified. See you in my next video. Bye.